So good evening. In this video, I am going to solve you a few questions related to this chemical kinetics. So synopsis I already given. Now the questions based on that synopsis. The first one, for A plus B gives rise to C plus B, delta H value they have given. The activation energy of forward reaction also given, that is 85 kilojoules per mole. Now we want to find out activation energy of backward reaction. Okay. So formula for calculation of this I have given already, that is delta H equals to EA of forward reaction minus EA of backward reaction. So delta H is already given in the question, that is minus 20 kilojoules per mole. You just substitute that, and the activation energy of forward reaction also given, that is 85 kilojoules right here, minus EA backward reaction we want to find out. Okay, so take this to this side, then EA backward reaction, activation energy of backward reaction becomes equals to 85 plus 20, that is totally 105 kilojoules per mole. Okay, this is the final answer. So the answer is the B. Next one, the half-life. See the next question. This is related to half-life period. So the half-life period of a radioactive element is 140 days. 140 days. After 560 days, 1 gram of the element will reduce to. So here what is happening? 1 gram of element is reduced. So in which type of reaction we can see such kind of case? That is in reduction. So reduction will take place in second order reaction. So for that I have given a general reaction. A can be converted into A by 2. Okay. So for this the time required or half-life required is said to be half. So again this A by 2 when involves in reaction, half of it is consumed, converts to A by 4. So then this half-life is inversely proportional to this concentration. So it is inversely proportional to the initial concentration. So in the sense A by 2 is reduced to A by 4, then half-life becomes increased. So it becomes 2x. So when A by 4 is reduced to A by 8, it becomes 4x. When A by 8 becomes reduced to A by 16. Here A is nothing but initial concentrations that I have already explained you. X is nothing but half-life. So when the concentration of reactant or initial concentration is reduced, then automatically the half-life gets increased. So 4x becomes 8x. So in the same manner they have given here, radioactive element half-life period was 140 days. After 560 days 1 gram get reduced to. So after 560 days andre illi T half is increased by 4 times. It is increased by 4 times. So that's why it is from 140 to 560. Then automatically its half-life, its concentration also reduced to 1 by 16. It is reduced to 1 by 16. So 4 times it is increased, then the concentration of reactant get decreased by 1 by 16. In place of A, we may also take 1 gram because 1 gram of the reactant they have taken or element is taken. Now the next question, that is for the following endothermic reaction, the particular temperature, at a particular temperature according to the equations. So it is an endothermic reaction. Endo in the sense the reaction which uses heat energy. The reaction which uses heat energy, that is called endothermic reaction. So they have given here two reactions, that is N2O5 gives rise to 4NO2 plus O2. Next one, 2NO2 plus half O2 gives rise to N2O5. Then the activation energy is E1 and E2 respectively for these two reactions. If you see here, the number of reactant molecules involving here are only 2. Okay, but the product form here is more than 2. So then the amount of energy required for the reactant to convert into product is said to be very high. E1 is very high. Here, when you see here, number of reactants are 2. That is 2 and half. 2 and half. But the product is formed is said to be only 1. Product is formed here is only 1. That means from more amount of reactant only one product is formed, then E2 for this reaction is said to be less than the E1. So here number of reactants are less, product formed is more. Here number of reactants are more, product formed is less. When number of reactants are more, then energy required for those is said to be less. When number of reactants are less, the amount of energy required is said to be more. Then E1 is greater than E2. This is greater than this one. Okay, so the answer is the A. Next question. In the reaction, A plus 2B gives rise to C plus 2D. A plus 2B gives rise to C plus 2D. The initial rate minus dA by dt at t equals to 0 was found to be this much. So dA by dt value they have given, that is 2.6 into 10 to the power of minus 2. What is the value of dB by dt at same time? Okay, so here first write rate of reaction for this. So write down rate for the given reaction. So the rate of reaction R is equals to D concentration of A by dt. So here A is decomposing or involving in the reaction, so then it is indicated by minus, which is equals to minus 2 moles of B is involving, then we have to take 1 by 2 dB by dt, which is equals to C. So there is no number is indicated or coefficient is indicated, then directly plus dC by dt. Okay, here I have taken plus to indicate that it is forming. Next 2D. If 2 is present, then that is said to be plus 1 by 2 d by dt. So here they have given dA by dt value. You want to find out dB by dt value. So this is what we want to find out. So dA by dt value minus dA by dt value they have given, that is equals to 2.6 into 10 to the power of minus 2. It is equals to this much. Now we want to find out dB by dt. So dB by dt. Okay, so when this number comes this side, when this 1 by 2 multiplies this, then it becomes 2 into this much, 2 into this value. So 2 into dA by dt. What is dA by dt value? 2.6 into 10 to the power of 2. 2.6 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So by calculating this, you will get finally 5.2 into 10 to the power of minus 2. 5.2 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Then the answer is B. Okay, next one. So the reaction mechanism of the P gives rise to R is as follows. So this total reaction can be completed in 2 steps. Okay, so first one is a faster step, next one is a slow step. The rate law of the main reaction we want to find out. What is main reaction? Q plus B, that is for this reaction. P gives rise to R, we want to find out. So first, always we know slow step is taken to determine the rate of reaction. It is the rate determining step. So first write down that step. Okay, and write rate for the reaction. The rate for this reaction Q plus, this is fifth one, Q plus P gives rise to R. So this is K2 and it is a slow step. For this rate is always equals to, if you take this as K1, it is K2 into concentration of reactants. The concentration of reactant here are nothing but P into Q. Only one more is involving, 1 you can also write. Power 1 also you can write. Next, so in the same manner, in equation 1, you can also see the presence of Q. So Q is present in fast reaction as well as it is present in slow reaction. So then it is an example of a complex reaction which will take place in more than one step. So then you have to find out the value of Q by using equation 1. So by using equation 1, you want to find out its Q value. So from equation 1, this rate equilibrium constant K is equals to, or K1 is equals to concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. What is product here? Q. Concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant, that is P. But we want here this Q value. Then we may also write it as concentration of Q becomes equals to, when K1 comes this side, K1 into concentration of P it becomes. Okay, now we have Q value. Substitute this Q value in the place of here in the above equation. Then rate becomes equals to K1 into K2. Both are present. K2 into K1. Concentration of P and Q also concentration of P. So concentration of P into concentration of P becomes K2 K1 concentration of P square. Concentration of P square. P into P, it becomes P square. So this is the final value for this reaction. So rate of reaction for this reaction is said to be like this. So you should not end with this. Okay, because it is containing two steps. So you want to take whatever is common in both the steps. So this is the final rate. So which is matched with this third one. K1, K2, P to the power of 2. Okay, now we'll see the next question. So the rate of reaction they have given. See the rate of reaction for the reaction Cl3CCHO plus NO gives rise to chloroform and nitrogen monoxide and carbon monoxide is given by the equation rate equals to K into Cl3CCHO concentration, and one more reactant we have taken, that concentration also we have to take, that is NO concentration. So rate depends on this value. This is sixth one. So if concentration is expressed in mole per liter, the units of Kr. So concentration, if it is expressed in mole per liter, then units for this K we want to find out. Okay. So K value can be detected by using this reaction. dx by dt is always equals to K into concentration to the power of 2, or concentration square. So dx by dt equals to K into concentration square. So or else we can also write this as K equals to concentration by time into 1 by concentration. This K we can also write it as, when it comes this side, concentration by time, this time comes this side, concentration by time into 1 by concentration square, 1 by concentration square. So now what happens, concentration and square get cancelled. Now what is left here, time and concentration in the denominator, then time inverse concentration inverse. So what are units for concentration? They have given already in the question, that is mole per liter. Okay. So for concentration it is mole per liter. So concentration inverse means, or per concentration is nothing but liter per mole. Concentration inverse or concentration per concentration is indicated by, it is just reverse of this, that is liter per mole. Then finally it is equals to concentration value, inverse of concentration value is liter mole inverse. For time it is second inverse. So liter mole inverse second inverse, or liter per mole per second. So the answer is this one. So don't confuse, here they have given concentration as mole per liter, but here we got concentration inverse per concentration. Per concentration is nothing but liter per mole, it becomes reverse. Now we'll see the next one. So next one is this question. In the reaction CH3COCH3 gives rise to C2H4, that is ethane, H2 and CO gases are released. So the initial pressure is found to be 0.40 atmosphere, and after 10 minutes, this can changes into 0.50 atmosphere. We have to find out rate constant of first order reaction. For first order reaction, rate constant K value we have to find out. So to find out is, you take this pressure as concentration, pressure value as concentration. that is 0.4 concentration, and after 10 minutes that concentration changes to 0.50, then it becomes easy. Instead of pressure, you just consider it as a concentration. First write down the reaction whatever they have given. So here they have given CH3 acetone, CH3COCH3 is now converted into ethane plus H2 plus CO. So while solving problems related to this physical chemistry, first read the question twice. Okay, then you will get the answer. So here at 0 time, so at 0 time, in the sense the reaction is not yet started. So initial concentration is said to be 0.40 for this reactant. If reaction is not yet started, then the product is not formed, then its concentration is said to be 0, formation of H2 is 0, formation of CO is also 0. After some time, after 10 minutes, what happened? Some of the reactant, after some time, once the reaction started, some amount of it is involved in the reaction or used, and some amount of products are formed. We don't know what is the amount of products formed. Just imagine it as X amount of C2H4, X amount of H2 and X amount of CO is formed. Just imagine like that. That means from this concentration, X amount got reduced after some time, after time t. So from this concentration, this much is got converted into product. So now what we want to find out? We have to find out rate constant value. So to find out rate constant value, you want to know about the initial concentration and final concentration. This is initial and final concentration we know, and in between that whatever the concentration. See, first write down formula for that rate constant. K equals to 2.303 by T log R naught by R. R naught by R. So R naught by R. So here this is nothing but concentration, initial concentration. This is after some time. So first we want to know about its concentrations. This is after some time. So after sometimes, even in the question they have mentioned the concentration. After some time, even in the question they have mentioned some concentration. That means all this becomes equals to 0.50. First write down this. You just keep this aside. Okay, now 0.40 minus X plus X plus X plus X becomes equals to 0.50. Okay, so this is already mentioned in the question. After 10 minutes, what is the concentration? Okay, now minus half plus half got cancelled. Then X plus X becomes 2X equals to 0.50. When 0.40 comes this side, it becomes minus 0.40. So now the value of this is 0.10. Okay, so this is which value? 2X, but we want X. This X equals to 0.10 by 2, which is equals to 0.05. So now we got X value as 0.05. Okay, you just keep aside. Now substitute in this formula. So K equals to 2.303 by T. What is time given? That is in minutes. You just write in minutes to make the calculation easy. That is 10 minutes. Okay, into log value of R naught. R naught is nothing but initial concentration. What was initial concentration? 0.40. Substitute here. And R naught is nothing but the difference between the initial concentration and whatever is consumed. Initial concentration and consumed concentration. So then 0.40 minus 0.05. By subtracting this, you will get that R value. Okay, so now keep this aside. You just write down or make this calculation. 0.303 by 10 log 0.40 by, so this value is 0.35. It is 0.35. Okay, you may also write this as 2.303 by 10 log 40 by 35. We will also write like this. So log 4 value is given in the question. Log 4 value is given in the question. So 40 value we want, so you just add here plus 1. When you add plus 1, it becomes 1.6021. And log 3.5 value here they have given in the question, but we want 35. So add plus 1 to this value. So then it becomes 1.5441. Okay. So substituting the same values, 2.303 by 10, it is in the form of log m to the power of n. We can also write it as m minus n. So then the value becomes, this is log 40 value, 1.6021 minus log 35, 3.5 value is, 3.5 is this much, 35 in the sense you, by adding 1, 1.5441. Okay, this is the value. Now subtract the value and multiply it with, that is 2.303 by 10 into 0.0, after calculating you will get this much, 0.0580. Okay, so then multiplying these two you will get here 0.1335 divided by 10. So finally you will get 0.01335 minutes. Okay, time inverse they have given in minutes. Understand? Now this minutes, if you want to convert, then you want to multiply it with 60. Then you will get in seconds, that is 0.8 second inverse. But here the answer is 0.8, they didn't give directly in minutes. So what is in minutes? 0.01335. So this is the answer A. Okay, now next one. So this question already we have discussed in the class. Now this one. So this is a very easiest question. So for a reaction X gives rise to Y, the graph of the product concentration X versus time. So when you plot a graph between X versus time, that is concentration versus time, you will get a straight line which is passing through the origin. That means half-life is directly proportional to X. Hence the graph of dx by dt and time would be, that is concentration and time would be, rate and time would be. So rate and time, it would be a straight line like this we will get. So here it is changing with time. Which reaction will change along with the time? Along with the time, which reaction will change? Half-life is always directly proportional to initial concentration for zero order reaction. Half-life is always directly proportional to its concentration for a zero order reaction. They have given this. Now they are asking for zero order reaction, a rate with time. This is rate and time. So rate and time. So rate is independent on the time for zero order reaction. Then you will get a parallel line. This is also I have given. You just go through that. Okay. So that means you will get a straight line parallel to the x-axis. Answer is C. So it is a similar question. You just try to solve. It is a homework for you. Now we'll see the 12th question. So in the combined diagram, ER, EP and EX they have given, that is energy of reactant, energy of product and energy of the activation complex. Represent the energy of the reactant, product and activated complex respectively. Okay, this is reactant, activated complex and product. Which of the following is the activation energy of the backward reaction? For backward reaction, backward in the sense from activation energy to the reactant. From activation energy to the reactant. So which among the following can represent that activation energy? If you take, this is the product which is obtained from here to here. Okay, this is extra whatever. So reactants are present here. This is energy of A reactant. This is of energy of B reactant. The difference between B and C, A and B will be C. The difference between A and B. Okay, the difference, activation energy difference. This is energy line. So activation energy of A and B is this much. Istella gap irodu. So C, that will not be calculated. Then D and B, A, idu nodidre, this is exactly equal. That means rate of backward reaction This is backward reaction. This always depends upon the concentration of A, only this much. So it is A. Next, so rate constant of the reaction is 2.3. They have given rate constant value 2.3 into 10 to the power of minus 2 mole minus 2 liter square minute to the power of minus 1. So the order of reaction we want to find out. I already told you, by seeing or observing the units also we can easily tell about the order of reaction. So for order of reaction or calculation of unit of reaction, unit of rate constant, the formula is liter per mole, liter by mole to the power of n minus 1 second inverse or minute inverse. So this is the formula to find out about the rate constant, unit of rate constant. This is used to unit of rate constant. Okay. Now we want to make this n value, n minus 1 value should be equals to minus 2. How it becomes equals to minus 2? When you take 3 in place of n, 3 minus 1, it becomes 2. Okay, n value is now 3, then n minus 1 is 2, then mole becomes minus 2, liter square, and minute minus 1, or second minus 1 it will get. That means n value is 3, then the rate of order of reaction is said to be 3. Now order of reaction is 3. If suppose instead of minus 2, minus 1 is given, then n value will be 2. 2 minus 1 you will get minus 1. Here 1, or per mole inverse, liter, minute inverse you will get, or second inverse you will get. And this question also we have solved in the class itself. Okay. Now I forgot to solve the 7th question. This is very easy. And here they have given experimentally the order of reaction. Have told you that if it is given experimentally, need not to worry. So they already given in the coefficients. You just add these two coefficients. What are the two coefficients given? 1.5 and 2.5. Then order is equals to sum of the coefficient for 7th one. That is 1.5 plus 2.5. So 1.5 plus 2.5 is nothing but 4. Then the answer is the D. Okay. So, and try to solve remaining questions if possible. Still many more questions are there. You just try to solve the remaining questions according to the synopsis whatever I have given. So it's very easy, need not to worry. You just want to find out the answer. See, unit of zero order reaction. This is the simplest question. You can easily find out. So here they have given this value, delta H value. You have to find out activation energy of C plus T gives rise to A plus A. Such kind of questions are very easy and similar to whatever I have done priorly. So according to that, you just go through that. And here in a reaction 2A plus B gives rise to A to B, the reactant B disappears at. So if you write rate of reaction for this, what you will get? 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 dA by dt equals to minus dB by dt, which is equals to plus barutte because it is a product. So plus d A2 by dt you will get. Okay, so now we want to tell the relationship between reactant B will disappears at. It disappears at half of the rate of A will decrease. Idu half of the rate of A will decrease, then B disappear. So such kind of questions are very easy, but you have to follow. So even for this reaction, consider the reaction N2O5. I already told you that is a which reaction? First order reaction. But total number of reactants collide to form a product is 2. Then molecularity is 2. Rate of reaction is 1. Okay. So order is 1 and molecularity is 2. Order is 1, molecularity is 2. So the answer is B. So easiest questions are there, but you have to follow the synopsis. Keep the synopsis along with you and then solve all these questions. Then it will become very, very easy. So solve as many as possible questions.